If you want to understand Hanoi, you got to start with this dish right here. This is pho. Beef forward, not very spice heavy, very simple. Perfect way to start the morning. Oh yeah, damn. That's exactly what you want, 6 a.m. right now. When I hear Vietnamese food, this is the first dish that comes to mind, and definitely the one I've eaten most back in America. The vibe here is unmatched, man. This is exactly how I pictured a pho spot to be here in Vietnam. You see them blanching the noodles on the right, then to mixing the bowls, the broth boiling, and uncle that's doing the noodles, he be multitasking, hitting the pipe while throwing the noodles in, mixing everything. Crazy vibe. You have the option to get a little bowl of these Vietnamese donuts, and a lot of people love these here. Basically just fried dough sticks, and you just tear little pieces off and throw it in the broth. I wanted to dedicate the whole day to this dish right here because, I mean, it deserves it. There's just so many different versions, and we're in the birthplace of it all. So I want to show you how diverse it could get when it comes to different types and what they love here in Hanoi. What I love about the broth too is you really taste the infused onion, and those noodles very soft. Still got a bite to it, but on the softer side. One thing you'll notice about all the classic legit northern pho spots are the hours. If they open up before sunrise and close before noon, that's definitely a green flag. Got one, thank you. So this first bowl of noodles you're looking at right here is what we came for. It's called pho ga, which is the chicken version of what we just had 5 minutes ago. They use free-range chicken here, and they use flat rice noodles as well. Very clean, clear broth, no oil on top, green onions to garnish. The broth here is the star. It's made from chicken bones, simmered with ginger, onion, light seasoning with fish sauce, salts. Like I said, man, Hanoi style pho is usually on the simple side. Most spots do it the most clean and simple way for everyday eating. Just the broth alone, really flavorful. And honestly, you know, it looks very similar to the last bowl we had, but insanely different, way different. Let's add some condiments. I'm going lime, of course. Lime on chicken pho is essential. And I'm gonna throw in some chilies for a little bit of flavor and heat. Nice hint of liminess now. Let's go on for those noodles. Oh yeah. Wow. That's really good. Visually, it doesn't look as crazy, but there's a lot to like about this. There's a nice natural chicken sweetness, and the chicken itself, very tender, very juicy. And I love the ginger flavor in that broth, man. Very light and warm, slightly sharp. The onion hits so much flavor. Let's try this next bowl. This one is chicken as well. I believe it's called pho ga tron, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but with this dish, you gotta mix it up perfectly for the first bite. Let's take a look. Shredded chicken, cilantro. See all the peanuts on the bottom, all the noodles. So you gotta give it a good mix, and see how the noodles are coated in that thicker sauce with the fish sauce, the soy sauce, the sugar. Look at all those textures in the fried shallots, the fried garlic, bean sprouts. I love a good dry noodle, so this is right up my alley. Crazy. Totally different from the soup version. You got a savory umami base. I mean, the sauce is thick, it's sweet, it's salty, it's sour. There's a lot going on. This is a really punchy dish. It's not light. I thought it would be a little lighter just because, you know, it's pho. I've never had a dry pho before, and so good. Definitely heavier and more filling, but this is what you want if you're extra hungry. Man, we're on the way to the next spot right now. I hope I don't get lost because we're literally down a back alley. Motorbikes are going by. And apparently this lady's recipe has been in the family for 60 years. She specializes in this one pho from Hanoi, and it's not that common in America, so I can't wait to try it. Come on, thank you so much. Man, you would think after all the bowls and noodles I had today, I'd be over it, but I couldn't be more excited to try this version, man. This is called pho sot vang, French influenced style pho, and vang means like red wine. So in the broth, there's some red wine to give it some acidity. This looks beautiful. Braised beef, green onions, fresh noodles. I couldn't be more excited to have this. So good. Wow. It's like what we had this morning, but turned up a little bit, a little heavier, and even more different types of flavors in the broth. Oh yeah, that is so good. Let's get into this beef. It keeps getting better. If you want pho every day of the week, you could switch it up, any type of style, any different protein. And the broth is amazing, man. You really don't need to add any condiments. And on the table, there's all my favorites: the chili, the fish sauce, the vinegar with the garlic. There's even some calamansi, and I don't need any of that. This one is really good and honestly perfect the way it is. Man, amazing day of pho. This just shows you how many styles there are and how different they are. And for me, blew my mind. I mean, back home, I'm used to the southern pho with the hoisin sauce, the herb plate, the soup, and this did not fail. Definitely one of the best bowls of pho I ever had in my life. And just the feeling of eating here is great. I love when the menu don't got English. I love when there's no English being spoken. And the price is insane. 40,000 dong, which I believe is under $2. So you're having one of the best bowls you'll ever have in your life for this price in a setting like this. This is why I love traveling, man. There's a whole new world out there. This is the way you gotta end your pho tour right here. This is the stir-fried wok version of pho. Really small inside, family ran, of course. Kitchen in the alley, see the fire 2 blocks down. I ran with 2 of the famous dishes from here. We got pho chien, which is crispy fried noodle pho with the gravy, and then pho shao bo. Same sauce, but in a fresh noodle version, stir-fried in the wok, high heat. It's nice too, because they give you a little palate cleanser with some daikon, carrot, vinegar, sugar, a little salt. First things first, get a little scoop of this sauce with the meat, the bok choy, the onion, and throw it right on the crispy noodles. Apparently what you gotta do, what I heard is throw the sauce on there, let it sit for a minute so it seeps into it, and then you go on for the bite. This dish really reminds me of Rad Na in Thailand, the crispy noodles with the gravy, and this is the pho version, man. You get the nice beefy hit, the bok choy, and I really like that crispy noodle, man. It really adds so much crunch and hardiness to the meal. I mean, everything in here is pretty heavy, from the sauce to the noodle to the beef. Like I said, this is the type of dish you want late night or after a long day. So there's like 2 ways to eat this, man. You load it up on your plate, the gravy on the plate, or you just get a little piece of the fried noodle and just dip it. That noodle is too good, man. That's my favorite part of the dish. Let's get into the stir-fried version. So this right here is pho shao bo, which is stir-fried wok version of the pho. Honestly, the same thing as what we just had, but in a different form. You get the fresher noodles on the bottom, as you can see, the gravy on top. I believe it's the same sauce, just different noodles underneath. That gravy literally gets stuck in the crevices of every noodle. Savory, garlicky, slightly sweet, a little oily. Still balanced though, honestly. I mean, it looks heavy, but there's still a nice balance to it. I didn't know this was a thing before coming to Hanoi, and like I said, I've learned so much. There's so many different versions of this world famous pho. And back home where I'm from, you know, I'm mainly used to the southern classic beef pho, which is, you know, sweet with the herb basket. This is an eye-opener. I'd say a successful day, and I learned a lot. As always, thank you guys for watching In The Cut. Until next time, we out.